What's good, guys? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable Family.
We back, baby.
Please, can we just agree to not do that?
No, I'm staying forever like that.
Just stop.
No, I enjoy it.
Okay, fine.
You hate her. Tell how bossy she is.
I'm not bossy at all.
Yeah, you are.
Do you think
I'm not bossy at all.
Do you think I'm bossy?
Yeah, you are a little bit.
Say wallah.
Yeah, not bossy, but like sometimes you're like, no, don't, shut up and.
Do you have anything good to say about me?
Yeah.
What?
White teeth.
Say something else. Allahumma barik. Ameen.
Your makeup looks nice. You do the freckles really well as well.
Get out my face. You don't have anything good to say about my personality?
Yeah.
Don't you
I've never done that. I stole it from you. I've never done that in my life.
That's what I do. The gulp is from me. Do not steal that from me.
I've never done it.
Do it again. Okay, right. So basically, okay, let's speak about what happened to you in your DMs yesterday or the day before.
Did we say welcome back to the Sadly Relatable podcast?
Yes, we did. And I went, Sadly Relatable Hangcast. You go, we back, baby.
Oh, yeah, true. Episode 11 first. Sorry, I had to get that out there.
Oh, here we go. Episode 11.
I'm
no
gassed.
shit, darling.
We here.
We
live.
Okay, go. Wait. What happened to you yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah, so I got a DM from ITV2 casting. They hit me up saying, hey, we have a show that we're interested for you to, is it, I don't know what it is, audition, or they just think I'd be good for the part, blah, 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 blah. They're like, send me your number, we'll give you a call about it. I was kind of hoping it would be like nothing to do with like dating or relationships. I was hoping it would be like something cool. Like, what is that show, The Circle? I don't know what the concept is, but it sounds like something that is
There's
like...
loads of shows. I've been messaged to go on like Celebs Go Dating before as well. But go on, carry on your story.
And
You're
then,
just like, okay, we're talking about me.
Yeah. Anyway, so I get on the phone, we're talking, and they're like, yeah, so have you heard of a show called Love Island?
Oh.
I know. I was like, ugh.
You just said to her, I can't do it for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Damn it. Hey, if
I
you would
know.
have come out there fresh, I reckon about 1 million followers. If you made it through to the end.
Do you really think?
Yeah, obviously.
How many followers do you think I'd get in the first week?
I don't know how their Instagram blows up and stuff, but I do know 1 million if you made it to like 3 weeks in, you'd be on 1 million, I think.
Wow, that'd be sick.
But you know what? It's haram, so we're not gonna do it.
No, shut up. Like, you weren't telling me do it.
I was like, just do it. Come on, look, just do it. I was there trying to convince him. I'm actually the devil, you know, because I shouldn't be convinced. Astaghfirullah. But I mean, like, I shouldn't be convincing you to do these things.
Yeah, you're like, just go in. You don't have to do anything. Just walk in there, stare at the walls, lay on the floor, sleep there. Don't do anything. They're gonna be like, why is this guy here?
I was like, don't sleep next to the girls. Don't partake in the challenges. Don't obviously drink alcohol. You're just gonna be boring.
I'm just gonna walk in there. You're right, guys. Just might as well be holding the camera, filming everyone.
No, not necessarily. I think it'd be nice for them to have a Muslim on there because
it would, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Come on, the whole Muslim community would be like, "What? This guy's saying they're Muslim, but they're there around naked girls." And
they would violate you. But why are they watching, mate? Ask the Muslim community that. It's
they're
like saying,
brother, we saw you on... What do you mean you saw me? Why are you watching?
It's like if you were to go to a club and see a Muslim girl there, and she's like, I saw her at the club. Yeah, but why are you at the club?
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, so I wanted to show you. That's really cool, by the way. I got approached to go on Celebs Go Dating, and I think we got approached to go on something. Do you remember someone DM'd me about us, both of us?
I do not remember.
You know what we should do? Gogglebox.
Goggle? Is that it? Actually, I just laughed at you, but
Gogglebox. It is Goggle. I just spat. It is Gogglebox, I think.
Can we not skip over the fact that I had the opportunity to go on Love Island and turn it down?
Yeah, well done.
I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, right. You just said, am I really allowed to come on there? And she said, actually, you're a bit of a beg. And then she hung up on you.
But yeah, that would have been mad. And I was talking to my Uncle Rashid. I was like, obviously, I don't want to go on because of Islamic relief. Islamic relief. Whilst I mentioned that, there's a link down below. You can donate there.
Go.
Because of my religious beliefs. That's what I was trying to say.
No, you were trying to say Islamic reasons.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
But I did both, basically. Yeah. And then, so yeah, but I do imagine like how much money I'd be making. And like you said, after like 8 months of coming off of Love Island, they like make $1 million.
I read an article that said after 8 mothers.
We can't speak today.
After 8 months of being on Love Island, you become like average people. I think become a millionaire. That's what I read. It might not be true.
Yeah. So I was talking about that. Like, oh, imagine if I went, like, how much money I'd make, blah, 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 blah. And then my uncle Rashid was like, oh, your razak, which is like basically your wealth,
yeah,
is written for you. So whether I go on it or not, I'm
So
gonna
how
make.
much money you're already gonna make basically has already been written, so you can't change that.
Yeah, so whatever I would have made going on Love Island, I'm gonna make not going on Love Island,
Well,
which
maybe
got
you
me
would have
gassed.
flopped. Maybe you would have flopped.
No, don't say
unless-
that because I'm
joking.
thinking I would have done well. So that means I must be like guaranteed some big.
Yeah,
cash in the
obviously
future,
you should
inshallah.
think. You should think that anyway. Think positive. Yeah.
What
But
would you do?
Would you really want to? This is the thing, though. I feel bad for some of the people on Love Island, like Molly May, for example. She said the word chav, right? And I think a bunch of people were like, you can't say that word. That word's offensive.
How offensive to who? The Chav community.
All I'm saying is, yeah, if I get famous and people want to get offended at me saying the word chav, just know you're a chav. I don't care.
I'm not gonna say that is so stupid.
I think they're just finding an excuse to I feel
Chav.
bad for her. She hasn't done anything wrong. She had to apologize. She had to come on her Instagram and say, "I'm sorry
Sorry,
for
I said-
using that word. It's offensive."
for saying the word Chav. Oh my god.
You'd only get offended if you're a chav. And who thinks, I'm a chav?
Yeah, when you're a Chav, you're not sitting
you
there.
don't know
thinking,
you're a chav
you're
when
like,
you're a chav.
How could she, my ancestors?
That's my ancestors. Oh, that's funny.
But come on, that's not like the.
That's what I'm saying. They don't
ethnic
leave.
group.
They don't give the girl they don't leave her alone.
People just want to be sad at anything. That's why. We're bad. If someone said to us, "How dare you?" I'd be like, "Shut up, you Chav."
And it's bad. It is
Imagine
bad.
we get like cancelled because of this. We're sitting in, there's like a bunch of Chavs watching. I can't believe their beliefs like this.
I know it is bad. No, but I don't think it's an offensive word. And if you are offended, then it just means you're a chav.
Yeah, literally, if you're offended, it means you are.
I feel so bad for her. Leave Molly May alone. Anyway, so yeah, I got asked to go on Celebs Go Dating, right? And then I put on my Snapchat story as a joke, right? I screenshot the DM and I put it on my Snapchat and I go, oh my god, sarcastic wallah. I was like, oh my god, I've just been asked to go on Celebs Go Dating. Like, I only have 10,000 followers. I said that, like I was busting jokes. And everyone was replying, no, they don't mean you be the celebrity.
That's a joke I was going to make a minute ago. Like, Nishan, you're not the celebrity. You're going to go on a date with a celebrity.
I know, but that's the thing. I done it as a joke. I was trying to say, like, I'm not even a celebrity. And everyone was like, no, haha, you're not going to be the celebrity. I was like, yeah, no shit, mate. I literally had 10,000 followers.
No, this is you trying to make up for something that you
For
messed
years
up.
ago. I
Trying
just-
to come back like, no, I swear.
No,
I knew.
wallah, it was a joke. It's just me. I'm funny, and people don't get it. Anyway,
Someone
basically,
who's funny would say, I'm so funny, but no one laughs. We get it. You got a new fan.
Oh, shut up! I was feeling makeup on my screen. Shut up, Ayo. That's so pathetic. That's actually so
So
pathetic.
it's so pathetic, you over there with your old phone trying to talk to me about my new
Your
phone.
phone's not. Your phone's not even old. I swear it's like the phone before this.
All right, don't touch me. No, I'm joking.
Tattoo your name across my heart, and I hope it
What was that
rains.
song that you used
What?
to listen? Oh, you know that song? You just reminded me of that song that we did at the start. Run away now.
Run away, run away.
Run away now.
Run away, line.
Run away.
Now little
girl.
Keisha was only 5 years old, steady trying to figure out why the world is so cold. She comes home late and her daddy don't like her.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but you know that song's Bad Jokes. Why did I used to listen to
bad
it?
jokes?
I don't know why I said Bad Jokes. The memory, sorry, of the song is Bad Jokes. That I used to listen to it as if like I was one of the kids when I wasn't.
I used to listen to
be
it
like,
thinking I want to run away.
I'm gonna run away now. I need to imagine going and running away.
I know, that was such a good song.
I swear you tried to once and then you came back when we were younger.
What? Did I?
I remember sometimes I used to get told off, yeah, and I used to be like, oh, I'll go to my room, I'm gonna go. And I was like, I start packing everything. I think, yeah, I don't have anywhere to go. Just sit back down.
You'd pack like a cheese string and a teddy bear in your bag. Like, wait, I'm a child.
You don't remember like the things in the cartoons used to be like they'd go to run away or that they're leaving,
And
so
it-
it said put a stick with a picnic blanket, wrap it up and be like, oh down Mary.
What was that? What was that?
Then it has that old school
But
American like singing.
why did they? That was like Tom and Jerry, innit? Why did they have a stick with
I don't know.
a scarf wrapped up at the end with their things in it?
That's so funny.
Do you think that's something people used to do?
I don't know, but how does it hold anything? I feel like it would just slide down as well.
Maybe that's something people used to do.
I think I got that memory because I was watching it on. I just thought about the basement yard they spoke about, and it made me cry so much.
Oh, you stole it from someone else.
No, I didn't steal it. I just thought of it, and then as I did the joke, I was like,
I thought, wow,
Where's
that's
this-
sick. We thought it was a good topic.
No, I didn't steal it. I think it was in my brain because I've seen it somewhere else.
Yeah. So basically, let's answer some questions, lads. All right. If your partner asked you to send this ring £1,000 right now, do it, please.
That was dead. Move on.
If your partner asked you to delete social media, would you?
It depends on reasons, but I think that is like how I'm making money. All right, so you want to live on the street? Let's do it.
That's what I say. All right, quit your job at Tesco then, darling. No, that is true. So you're saying you wouldn't. Then again, you're a man, so you shouldn't really be like, come on, don't.
No comment. I'm not trying to get cancelled.
I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but you shouldn't be like, if a woman says to you, delete your social media, you should turn around to her and say, like, no. Is it bad that I'm saying that?
I don't know, I'm not going to talk about it.
Maybe just be a man.
Sensitive.
No, I mean, like, be a man.
Everyone's bare sensitive.
Come on, who cares what people think?
No, yeah, true. I'm not going to lie to you. But the thing is, I think if I was just a normal person and social media wasn't my job.
Oh, yeah.
I would think about it.
Even
like, what are your reasons? If it's good reasons, then maybe.
Here's the thing, right? If I was just a normal person.
If I wasn't so famous going on celebrity dating.
No, shut up. Listen, if I just had, let's say I had like 5,000 followers and I was just like, didn't do social media, and my man said to me, like, or my husband said to me, can you delete your Instagram? I would say to him, I want a divorce, and I'm joking. I'd say to him,
it's already signed. Just slide it on the paper.
I just
you had it ready. You just put it out the drawer.
Take it off.
Darn, I've already spoke to my lawyers. Been waiting for this day.
No, what I would do is I'd say to him, why would I delete it? I would say to him, I will make a new account.
Maybe make a private account, and then like you always do.
No, I would make a new account and I'd have like 100 followers on there. But I might want Instagram just to prove people, maybe post some nice photos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. You have a problem if I think it's bad. You're the problem if you're telling someone delete all social media and don't be on it.
Yeah, that's weird. Why are you trying to hide them from the world?
Yeah,
put them under a rock.
Like, I would never do that. I can understand being uncomfortable with certain situations. And
maybe them posting stuff or having like male or female followers. Yeah, that's normal.
Also, I can understand being with someone that has a lot of gets a lot of attention on social media. Like, it can be hard, but I don't think anyone, unless you're like really like bad, would be like, delete your whole social media account. I don't want you on anything.
Yeah, that's
kind of scary.
That's a bit toxic, I think.
Like, yeah, maybe don't post like this or don't post
I think
this type of stuff.
You're well within your rights to say, can you remove these followers? Don't follow any same-sex people, like, and also don't post like wearing stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But to tell someone to remove it, I think is a big fat no. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You're your own human being.
I agree. If you're not comfortable with something, tell them. Or if you don't want them to do certain things, tell them. But the whole like deleting it, get rid of it is a bit.
Yeah, that is true.
If you're here because you found us somehow and you don't have Instagram because you're forced to delete it, if you contact us, we'll send you a release form and you can divorce your spouse. I don't know what that was. I was trying to make a joke, but like it slowly started dying as we got closer towards the end.
One thing you guys are insecure about.
Nishrin as my sister.
I'm insecure about my nose.
Everything, man. Every 2 seconds. No, I did this. No, I did that. Mom,
my nose, my laugh, and my teeth, and that's kind of it, really.
What am I insecure about? I feel like we answered this before.
I think we did.
Mine is sometimes when I talk.
What the hell?
What?
Your big fat forehead.
How did I fall for that? I've never fell for something so bad in my life. You
just got violated.
I was literally like, whoa. And then you just slapped the crap out of me.
No, I didn't slap the crap out of you.
No, but like the fact that
you did have something up there.
No, I thought that for a second. That was sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even say anything now.
Crack.
I didn't slap the...
That's not how you do crack.
How did you do crack? Yeah, that's what I did. You...
I think.
Can you
inject crack?
I have no idea. That was so good. I'm vexed. You're sick. That's my only way of coming back.
Up tap, scoop dab.
Yeah.
I didn't even try, do I? Just put my hand out like that.
You remember Friends? Get some.
Friends, I have none.
You don't. Just move on.
Basically, one thing I want to do, right, when I have kids, is normalize and teach the men and okay, number one, right? I want to normalize words that we use for our genitals with kids. Do you think you should be using vagina and penis to your children? Because there's a biological...
Yeah, the terms for it.
Yeah, biological terms for it. Some people like find it rude to say that word.
No, I think if you're having a serious conversation...
No, even
Why
normally.
don't you go so like...
No,
well,
even,
I think if you're having a serious conversation...
No, even normally. Like, they should... Do you think...
Well, I don't want to walk around the house.
Why not?
Why not? They don't need to be talking about genitalia the whole time.
But
genitalia. That sounds so weird.
The reason I say...
If you have to talk about it, like, oh, this hurts, or what does this, or you have questions, yeah, say it.
But yeah, you'd have to teach them that that's the word for it.
Yeah, they learn in school.
But do you think there's shame around them saying like, oh, my... I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
But like, the reason I seen someone on Instagram on TikTok say how they teach their children the right terminology for it, and there shouldn't be shame around them words because it's the same as saying arm.
But I don't know, what is it? What does it say Islamically?
I don't know Islamically,
because maybe there is some type of modesty or like shame that you're meant to have when it comes to talking about stuff like that. So you shouldn't just confidently be walking around saying it in front of everyone. Maybe have a private talk with your dad or a private talk with your mum. Even me, when but I'm saying made that joke,
teaching 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I know. But even me, when I made that joke, something in me didn't feel right. It was like, oh, I said that word like confidently. It felt it's rude, like I'm promoting something.
That's what I'm saying. Take away the shame around speaking about body parts with kids. I'll tell you why they've stopped this. Because when they're kids, they need to be able to say trigger warning, for if like someone's touched them in the inappropriate places and they don't know. Yeah. Like one mum taught her child that it's called a cookie, and then the girl was trying to say to her parents like, yeah, my cookie, and no at school, and then no one knew what she was talking about.
That's sad. Yeah, that's sad.
Do you know what I mean? It
makes sense, but I understand what you're trying to say.
What's on my forehead?
They've all just frizzed up.
Oh, why? Is it bad?
It's frizzed up, but I think it's from the friction of the mic or something.
Is it bad? Oh, it's not that deep.
Yeah,
Who
cares?
It's
not that deep. Anyway, let's carry on. So yeah, I understand that, and I think educate your children in that. But like you were saying, I don't think it's something that should freely go around and just be shouting it out. But if they want to talk about the situation or something like that, then yeah.
The reason this is a thing.
But I think that's a very valid point. Teach them the words so they know if they're ever in a situation with other people who don't know what they call it, they can say this has happened or that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You
know why it's mad? I don't know. I haven't thought about it properly for when I have my own kids. I will obviously teach them the word, but when I was looking after the twins, they would go around. I've literally got a video of them saying it. They were like, my daddy's, and they would say stuff like that. Just because they were the sort of family that... No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because they were the sort of family that were like... So, you know them families that are just so like free and like... They're just like... I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know. I'm a bit weird about it. Like, even you saying that, I felt a bit uncomfortable. Like, there's something... I'm not even talking about just, oh, you should be able to talk about it. I'm talking about like Islamically... I feel like there's a certain modesty or like something that we should have.
Maybe.
Or like shame when it regards that topic. I think there is. I'm not going to lie to you.
Maybe.
I think, yeah, talk about that stuff in private with, I need to talk to my dad about this. What happens with this? Or I need to talk to my mum about this.
I think you're right. Like, you should... But then again, like, do you ever hear scholars...
Yeah.
Would you ever hear scholars using the word?
Yeah, I do. And it still makes me... I find it very weird.
Have you heard a scholar using the words?
Yeah. Or they'll say, like, a male genital or a female
Oh, no, that's
genital.
normal. But would they say the actual words?
I don't know if they have. I feel like maybe I've experienced hearing someone, but I don't know. I haven't got a clear enough memory.
Anyway.
So even me, I don't know. I feel weird that we just said it.
Yeah, should we cut it out?
I'll bleep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be long because we said it like 20 times. But yeah, I get you. I think definitely educate your children so they know what's what and like what's okay, and if someone's touching you somewhere it's not good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry, trigger warning. So the reason I say this is because I was thinking about how in the Muslim community, when a woman is on her period, a lot of my friends, right, they would hide it from their family when they were on their period during Ramadan. So basically, if you're not a Muslim, you don't know, we have Ramadan.
Ramadan.
We have Ramadan, and basically it's when we fast throughout the month. But if you're a lady and you're on your period, you don't have to fast while you're on your period. So they would basically hide when they're on their period, and they would like go to their rooms and eat in private, and like they would basically pretend like they're fasting. And personally, I think that is so wrong. Like me, when
I understand if their intention is because I don't want to eat in front of people and then make them harder, their fast harder, which is normal. But if you're saying they're just hiding the fact that they have
it's out of shame.
Nah,
that's what they've been brought up to do.
I don't think that's good. I don't know. I'm not glad you. Maybe
no. Listen, I've looked into this one. Yeah, Allah has literally told us women, do not fast when you're on your period.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So why are we then going to go and like hide from the males in our family something that Allah has told us not to do?
Yeah, I don't see anything.
It's a natural... I feel like we should take away the shame of natural things that human bodies do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sit and put a sign up, I'm on my period.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But...
No, I agree.
Like, I'm so... That's one thing I'm very proud for in our family.
I eat in front of all of them. I don't care if they're fasting. I'll take my lunch down there and I'll tell them, look... That's what you're about to say.
No, I'm saying like I'm very grateful that our family don't have that shame and stuff. Like I'm just
acting like you'd abide by it anyway if there was.
No, I just think
yeah, true. Like I think some people find it hard, or they have very like the generational gap between parents is so hard that they just can't even comprehend being open in that way.
Yeah,
like it's really sad. I'm not like you can't even talk to your mum about your like puberty stuff that you're going through because they just think it's rude to talk about. So like some people like can't even talk to their parents about that stuff because people just see it as like bad.
Shameful. Why would you see something as shameful that the human body that God has created, that Allah has created, has made it go through, and every single person goes through it? Why are you going to bring shame around things?
How could you, my daughter? After all these years, I thought I could trust you. Get out the house.
That's what I mean. It's so weird. It's so strange.
But you know what? That's one thing I say about the new generations. Like, when we've come into our generations and younger, I know there's a lot of stuff that we do that's so stupid and messed up. Yeah. But I feel like we're going to be so much better parents, inshallah, when it comes to parenting and talking to your kids. Because we're not going to be like, nope, you can't talk about that. Or you can't marry this person. Yeah, true. Like, everyone that's going through it now where they're getting stopped from marrying someone because they're a different culture.
I feel like I do understand that. I feel like we're going to be good parents, like
but
our generation.
We might also be very lost. But then I say that, when people say we're lost, but I see a lot of the older generation lost themselves. And they talk about Islam, but a lot of it is just culture, all things and traditions they have in their families, nothing to do with religion. Most of them don't even probably care, but they're enforcing these things because of how other people see them and stuff.
Listen to this, right? This is how tapped this is. And you would think that this stuff goes on like... that's not been going on for years, but obviously I've got some Bengali friends, right? Someone, the girl, basically my friend, she has 2 older brothers and 2 of them aren't married. Mm-hmm. She's not allowed to start looking for marriage until those 2 are married. But I'm like to her, why don't you get married? She's like, I have to wait for my brothers to get married.
What, so they don't ever get married? She has to stay at home.
That's what I said.
And clean and wash for them because they're not married.
That's what I said. I was like, what happens if they don't get married? Not just that. Another thing is, another different friend of mine, I think his brother got married and then his sister was getting... Actually, let me not talk about this. Yeah, don't talk about it. But no offense to people that have family that are doing that, but I feel bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, why? What is? It's but it's culture and it's sad.
It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm not sitting here acting like we don't have cultural things. Like the other day, something happened with us that was so like I told you about the baby milk thing, and I was like, this ain't good. Like, it's a cultural thing. I was like, no, this is like shirk, this is bad.
Yeah, but you should have said something. You went along with it.
I was like,
basically, someone in our family was pregnant, and then they basically said to, I think the person who was pregnant was on FaceTime to our family in Morocco, and then our family were in Morocco, and like, drink milk over his head, and then the baby will look like Ayub.
Yeah, so they came to resemble me, basically.
So they came over your head and drank milk over your head,
which is a compliment because they want their baby to look like me. Yeah, but it's like. But it's shirk, like that is the definition of like shirk.
Yeah,
so bad. How do you what's the translation for shirk?
Associating something else with partners with God, like, which is one of the worst sins.
So it's almost like saying that type of doing that drinking that milk has a power to influence
It's saying
something
that something else has
control
the
of.
power, has more power than God.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
or the same
sin.
power than God.
I think, by the way, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think.
If
as well.
we might have to.
If we're wrong, let us know. Yeah. But that's so tapped. Another thing is, do you not think it's so sad? Now, if you are part of this, and I know a lot of cultures are like this, and this is what your family are implementing. Loads of people aren't allowed to marry outside of their race, and I think
we've spoke about this, and I think it's messed up.
Have we spoke about it?
Yeah, we did when we did marriage.
Did we?
Yeah, and we spoke, and I told you about, like, imagine marrying someone who's still in love with someone else, but they could never.
Oh yeah, I think that's the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah, my whole thing for that, which is such a sad situation, but my whole fear of that situation is, imagine meeting someone. Yeah, and not knowing, we've said this before, but I'll say it again, not knowing that they were in love with someone else and their parents didn't let it happen. That love doesn't die. Like, they're still in love with that person. Yeah, but that can happen
with anything and anyone. Doesn't matter about it doesn't really correlate with the culture thing.
Well, if it does happen to me, I'm gonna find the guy you're in love with. I'm gonna find his nan. I'm gonna elbow drop her in the knee sack. Knee sack.
Yeah, but it's so sad. I feel so bad for people like that. Lucky for me, I can pick any race, and none of them want to pick me.
Yeah. She's like, please. We're like, we want him to be strict and be like, no, you can't marry them, but our options are very low.
If I limit myself to just Moroccans, I'm finding it hard as it is for any race, so they can't limit me just to Moroccans.
Oh, that's jokes. What's the next question then?
Okay, if you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what would you ask? I've got mine.
Oh, damn. I had to think about it. I got mine. Did you drink my milk when we were 7? I've been holding on to it. You told me it was me.
Shut up. Where is Madeline McCann?
Is that her name?
Yeah. Just eating me up alive.
Do you know what I think? I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I have a theory that she's also wondering the same thing.
And she
just doesn't know.
She doesn't know
she doesn't know that it's her.
That's what I think.
And she's like, or she's like busting jokes. Where is she? Like, you know, when people do the memes and laugh.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, they'll never know. Not knowing that it's her.
Yeah, that's what I think. But then again, she had a weird thing in her eye, so.
Still, a lot of people have weird things in their eye.
You.
You nearly poked it out. But I do. I have you. No. No, but that is my theory. My theory is she's looking at it as well and thinking, where is she?
And making jokes about it.
Busting jokes.
You know how people,
It's a sad story. But
I really want to know. I'm so curious.
So their parents, apparently they got accused for it as well, didn't they?
Do you know how much money they've made and how many?
Money? Are they in prison or not? I swear they got accused. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so out of the loop for this stuff.
They've made so much money. They've even put millions of funding into finding her. They've made a book.
To this day.
I think they're still looking. You better give up. Not joking.
Yeah, but what they're gonna? You can't even recognise her now. She's 55. You can find her in an old people's home. Mum! But she's at the grave because her mum's passed away. I always take it to the next level.
This just got so deep.
Yeah,
anyway,
next question.
What would you ask?
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have too many things I want answers to.
Just pick one then.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Come on.
Yours is good.
Can I take your question?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I would ask.
Do another one.
I would ask. Am I ever gonna achieve my goals? Because then if I'm not going to, I'll stop working hard and I'll live my life.
I should have thought of that. Well done. That's so true. Will I ever be what I want to be? No. Okay then. So now let me just chill.
Here's a question. Here's something, right? And I don't know if I should be speaking about this, but we're human beings and it's okay to wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is haram.
Can we avoid
Come on, just listen.
Let me hear, but if
okay.
I can't be able to keep cutting things out.
No, it's fine. It's not that bad. Bloody hell. Okay, listen, right? So, you know how we know, this is just a theory. I know it's not the case, and I know that Islam is the true religion. I'm 100% believe that, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you know how we believe that our religion is the right religion?
Yeah. And then there's other people that fully believe the same thing.
So Christians, they have so much belief in their religion that they believe theirs is the right religion. Yeah. And Jewish people and every different religion fully believes in it.
Yeah.
So just imagine, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Don't think we're allowed to do this.
But just imagine that we die and then we find out
we're wrong.
That we were wrong.
Nah.
I know it's not going to happen.
That's going to be everyone else.
I'm not going to...
No offense.
Listen, I know it's not gonna happen.
I don't think we're allowed to even joke about it.
Okay.
There's Christians watching saying, "Look at them, they can't even joke. We can. Join us."
No, but all I'm saying is sometimes that crosses my mind. Like, just imagine that was to happen. Obviously, it's not going to, but it's going to happen to. Okay, if you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, or if you're a Muslim, it's going to happen to what, like, most of the religions other than one.
Yeah.
So imagine when you've spent your whole life fully like.
What about the atheists? So we've spent our whole lives believing in a religion, then we die and nothing happens. But that's like a win-win.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because
for us, at least if there's no God or there's nothing, no afterlife, we're not losing.
We're not losing anything, and also we've been given a better lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah.
Avoiding certain poisons and stuff like that. Being a better person, having a moral compass that's not created by the law of the land that you live in. Like we have a moral compass that comes from God.
Yeah,
tells us what's right and wrong. Most people they go by what. Like an atheist, they say I have a moral compass, but you're going by the law of the land. So if you were in a place that said it's okay
to kill people
every Sunday, you'd eventually kill people every Sunday.
Yeah.
It's
like the purge.
I mean? Yeah,
like the purge. No, that is true. And also, I feel like it just betters you as a human being. Like your heart becomes softer. You don't do certain things literally because of God.
Also, how depressing would it be to not think that someone there looking after you, have that hope that there's a better life? I'm not glad I don't know if I'd be alive if I believed there was no God.
I'd say now, if I didn't think there was no God, trigger warning, I would have.
If you thought there was no God, you mean?
If I didn't think there was no God, what does that? If I didn't think there was no God. No, what the hell stuff? If I believed that there was no God and Islam wasn't a thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be here and be like, "Is this the best it get? Like, this is dead. This is." Imagine we're pushing someone to the edge.
Actually, no.
They're like, "Do you know what? These guys are right."
Okay, no. Maybe let's not say this because some people.
No, I'm gonna talk positively in the sense of believing that there's someone looking after you gives me that hope and helps me get through the bad stuff.
And even if you don't believe in any religion and you are going through depression and stuff. Maybe we should take that back, Abe, because let's say there's an atheist right now who's depressed watching this and they think, they're right.
Yeah, I know.
No, we can keep it in there, but guys, please, we're literally just joking.
If you need help, seek it.
You can DM us, contact us. If any of you lot are going through any sort of thing, we're here to speak to you. But you're right, my religion does bring purpose to life. And when you're going through a bad time, speaking to God and just like crying to him makes you feel a lot better.
Yeah. I remember one time, I'm not going to like expose my sins or anything like that, but I remember one time I was like, before I went out to do something, this is like a while ago, I was like, before I go out to do something, I was going to go do something that's obviously not good, nothing crazy or anything like that, and I was praying before I left, and I was like, in my head, I was saying in the dua, like, oh, Allah, please protect me, like, save me from doing anything haram today. I always say, like, protect me from any haram. And for some reason in my head I imagined something happening to my car that will stop me from going where I'm gonna go and chill or whatever. I imagined it whilst I was doing it, and I was like, stuff like hopefully nothing bad happens to my car. That same day I was driving and then a little deer, one of them baby ones, comes running out, smacks the side of my car.
Really?
Stops me from going to do what I was gonna do.
Good.
I was like, rah, kicked out of the way, got back in the car and carried on. I'm joking, stuff like that. But yeah, it's mad.
Okay, on that topic, right, guys, and people watching, I don't know if you know this, if you're ever driving on the motorway and a deer pops up or an animal pops up,
you have to keep driving.
You have to keep.
Don't swerve.
Yeah, do not swerve. Hold your steering wheel and crash into the animal, because loads of.
And take it out clean.
And then put it in your boot and eat it for dinner.
Yeah.
Loads of people's instincts would be to swerve and then they crash and they cause injury to themselves.
Do you know how many times I've been lucky that I do end up swerving or something, but there's for some reason the road's empty?
Yeah, there's no car next
to you. Do you know what? I always make a dua whenever I get in my car, whenever I go anywhere. That's the first thing I do, make dua. And there's so many times where I've come so close to something happening, and I think in my heart, I'm like, if I didn't make dua, like I wouldn't have had that protection to like so many times I like just realise something's about to happen and I'll move out the way and have like a quick reaction.
You ever been driving for like 10 minutes, not focused, and you're like,
and then you realise you're driving. You're like this.
How the hell have I been?
What? Oh, I'm driving. Or like you get home, you park up, you're like,
what have I been doing for 10 minutes?
Yeah,
and you think, how have I been changing gears and how have I been like it's so weird how our brains work.
It's scary to think you doing that though. Just
I'm a good driver. Anyway, right, so I think we should be done now.
But yeah, Nishan, where can I find you?
crying in my pill. No, I'm joking. You can find me at It's Nisrin on TikTok and Instagram.
You can find me at Kalo Kasha on all social media platforms. Don't forget to follow Sadly Relatable Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Oh, don't forget to like the video. If you've made it this far, please like the video.
Also, turn on your post notifications and then all notifications, something like that. I don't know, like
because
gives you an
then
option.
you will be told when we post.
Yeah.
Turn on your post notifications. Love you guys.
Peace.
Bye. Hi guys, please stop scrolling and listen to Ahmed's story. On the 14th of March 2020, Ahmed went out to eat with his twin brother, where he was later stabbed in the heart by a gang member because he was mistaken for a rival gang member. Ahmed stopped breathing for 10 minutes and the paramedics had to perform emergency heart surgery on the side of the road. The man who stabbed him later released a music video boasting about what he had done to Ahmed while he was fighting for his life. Ahmed still is fighting for his life. Wait to the end of the video to see the condition that he's currently in. Ahmed's been left with multiple injuries and has been unconscious for the past year due to complications in his brain. Because of this, his sister and family are raising money to find the right doctors that can hopefully help Ahmed wake up and return to his family. I'll be posting his sister's Instagram where you can read full details and everything you need to know about his story. His sister has asked me to help raise as much awareness as I can so they can get Ahmed the help he needs. Please click the link in my bio and share this with your friends. As you can see, this is the state that Ahmed is currently left in. Just imagine this was you or one of your family members, guys.